Okay, folks. So it is, what is it? Thursday afternoon? Yeah, Thursday afternoon. So some of my day went as planned, but most of my day did not go as planned. So I got my new Alabama license, driver's license, ID, the Star ID driver's license. I have a paper copy. I'll have the official one in a couple weeks. But I didn't get my plates for my car because I have every registration for that car from 2018 till 2021. But I cannot find the most current one that expires in October of 22. So I probably, if I don't put my hands on it soon, will have to get it through the Hamilton County, Tennessee, county's clerk's office or whatever, a copy of it. Which, of course, there's nothing really helpful on the website, and I didn't call today because I had too many other things going on. I also need a copy of my title, which I don't hold the title on that car because I still owe money on it. But I guess I have to call the CarMax who I bought it through and have them fax the title. Well, maybe we did have to have the title when we got our plates in Tennessee because those cars were paid for. So I don't remember. So that was a frustration. That was not done. But I did. So I had one positive, one unfulfilled, one checked off, one unfulfilled. The next fulfilled was the library. So I did get my library card since I had all my ID and everything with me. It was easy to do. Nice little library. And I kind of explored a little bit. I had all damn day in hindsight, but you know how it is. All right, it must be crazy cat time. She's doing laps again. But they do have a historical section with local history, genealogy, state history, all kinds of stuff. And I poked around in there a little bit. And then one of the librarians that was working there came and asked if I needed any help. And I just told her I just moved here and bought a historic house and was poking around to see if I could find any information about either the house itself or the families who lived here. And I wasn't there to do hardcore research. I was just poking around. She pulled out a couple binders that had some old photographs of old historic houses in Selma and Dallas County. Unfortunately, my house was not among them. That was sad. I don't think my house has a lot of historic significance other than the fact that it is old. The man who built it was a state senator, I believe, or representative, and was an editor for some local newspapers here in Selma and Montgomery and Tuscaloosa and other areas. But I don't think he was particularly predominant, not like some of these houses around here that have a lot of history and a lot of famous people. So, appreciated the help. She introduced me to another employee there who lives in my neighborhood who also knew the former owner of my house, and so we chatted a little bit. So everybody is very friendly and accommodating here in Selma. I really appreciate that. Getting my driver's license was one of the easiest since 30 some years of driving, 35 years of driving. Probably the easiest quickest experience getting a driver's license. So that was nice. So then I've been working on these drains because I discovered, as I said earlier this morning, that the shower and the toilet in that front bathroom are still not draining. So since I was downtown by the bridge, I went to a different hardware store. Very nice people in there. And they hooked me up with this Liquid Fire, I think is what it's called, a liquid lye-based drain, very caustic drain cleaner. They're like, if this doesn't clear it, I don't know, nothing will. Unless it's a mechanical clog, and then you might need to snake it, which I didn't buy a snake when I was there because I knew I had one. Can I find it? No, of course I can't find one. So I put that stuff in, followed the directions. I put on my full hazmat suit, eye protection, gloves, long sleeves, long pants, shoes, the whole thing, so I didn't burn myself. Put it in there, followed the label instructions to leave it for 15 minutes, and then flush it with a bucket of cold water until it started to back up. Got about halfway through the bucket of cold water, and it started to not drain anymore. So I'm like, shit, that didn't work. Let that sit for a while. Texted a friend here to see if he had a snake. He does not. So I'm like, well, I'm going to go buy us a snake. So if you need one, we'll have one in the neighborhood. So I went and bought a snake, 25-footer, and flushed more water down the drain to make sure there wasn't any more caustic chemicals in there. And the water had gone down quite a bit, but when I went to flush more water down it still backed up. So I've been snaking all afternoon. Oh, the other thing I did was make an appointment at Walgreens to go get my second booster, my fourth COVID shot. At 3 o'clock. I decided to do it later in the day in case my day did not go as planned, which it didn't. So between the library which I think I was there around noon, and the 3 o'clock appointment, I spent most of the time plunging, snaking, whatever I could do to try to get through that drain to no avail. So I let it sit, and again, the water's slowly going through, but I actually think maybe I made it worse, to be honest. I did pull out a lot of hair gunk initially in the first few feet of pipe before I even put the liquid fire down there. But anyhow, long story short, it is 4 o'clock. An hour ago, well, it's almost 4 o'clock, a little over an hour ago, I went up to Walgreens to get my COVID shot. Gave them my card. They're like, oh, you had Pfizer before. We only do Moderna. I'm like, I know, I signed up online, and it said if you can mix COVID. She's like, well, the pharmacist does not recommend it. She won't do, if you've had 3 Pfizers, she won't do the 4th one as Moderna, but you can go to the health department. I wanted to get this done before the holiday weekend. I don't think I might be going over to my friend Bill's house for cookout on Sunday, but otherwise, other than all the running around to hardware stores and libraries and stuff, but I have been wearing my mask. So, but I just kind of wanted to get that done sooner rather than later. If I had to take a day to lay on the couch and recover, I could use one of those. But now I don't think I'm going to get over to the health department. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? So that was the second, is that the second, third, fifth, 20th frustration of the day? Just, it is what it is. So I went to the liquor store so that I had stock for the weekend. And came home. Oh, before I left, I don't know if I said this, I put more fire cider, I don't remember what it's called, down the drain and let it sit the whole time I was gone, which is at least a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. I'm hesitant to let it sit in there for too long, so I don't want it eating completely through the pipe and still not getting through whatever's clogging it. Oh, here's the other kicker. When I was at the hardware store buying the liquid fire, the woman who was waiting on me, she's like, oh, well, I said something about I have this old house in Old Town that I'm got this clog. And so she's like, oh, what? As everyone does here, asked me where I lived. I told her my house, and she knew the former owner. And she's like, oh, we did the estate sale there. What a beautiful home. And she's like, oh, is the drain you're having problem with in that front bedroom? And I'm like, yes, it is. She goes, oh, during the estate sale, we kept having problems with that toilet not flushing and water going down. So it's been a problem for a while. Wish I had known that. So anyway, that was the first. Oh, and then there were kittens. So that was the bonus. When I was there were cats laying all over the counter. It's like a very old Southern town hardware store. Like, this is not Lowe's. There's not a barrel of pickles in the corner, but there could be. But you can buy nails by the pound. They do have a thing where you can buy nails by the pound, which is kind of cool. And very helpful and, full of information. But they had cats laying all over it. I was petting the one cat by the cash register. And she's like, oh, that's Mama Cat. She's got 4 kittens behind the counter here. And I'm like, can I see them? And she keeps moving them. They had a stack of empty cardboard boxes, and Mama Cat had moved the kittens into one of the empty boxes ready to go out to the dumpster. So now they have them like marked kittens do not toss, which is tossing kittens. That's exploding kittens. That's a different game. Anyway, I peeked in the box. I didn't want to. She said she just moved them again today, so I didn't want to touch them or disturb them. But there were 3 little tiger. Mama was kind of a tiger calico-y kind of motley looking thing. The 4th one was pure white, and I don't know if it's going to stay pure white. They said it looked like she might be getting some color on it, but I'm like, oh my god, I want a white kitten, but I'm not going to get that one. I obviously it's like 4 days old, not going to take that one home, but they were starting to get their eyes open, so they were so cute. Anyway, that was a highlight. Baby kittens, always a highlight of my day. So anyway, to round it all out, driver's license check, vehicle registration, library card, yes. Plumbing situation, still up in the air. And of course, tomorrow's Friday. So I've been sitting here, I have an hour to decide if I'm going to call my plumbers that were here yesterday and see if they can come back before Saturday, sometime tomorrow. Or if I'm going to still keep fighting with this. I feel like I just need to suck it up and have them come, which is annoying because now with 2 trips from them, it's probably going to cost me as much. It's just going to cost me, but it is what it is. I have to have a working toilet and shower. I mean, I can use the grody one in the back, but I got to do a lot of spick and span and bleach and a lot of work in that one too. Want to clean myself in it because it's pretty gross, especially after yesterday when they took the toilet off and it was gross. It was gross to start with. It's even grosser now. So anyway, that's my day. That's really way too long. But I'm going to go over to my friend's house tonight and have some cocktails. I don't know if I'm going to take my own of what I bought at the store today. I might even start now. I got to go eat first. But yeah, he owns an old house. He'll understand what I've been going through today. So anyway, I'm glad I got a shower this morning because I don't know when I'm going to get my next one without spending a day cleaning the other bathroom. So toodles.